Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pavan. I'm an Olympian and beach volleyball world champion and a long-time professional indoor player. Today, by popular request, I'm gonna go through who I think the starting 6 players should be after watching Haikyuu season 1. Now, I understand that I haven't met a whole lot of players yet, so the sample size is pretty small. But so far we have Karasuno, we have Nekoma. They made a brief appearance, but I feel like pretty confident that I do. I feel pretty good about my decisions. We've met Nekoma, Datiko, Seijoh. I feel like those are the 4 main teams that we encountered. So I have put together my starting 6 after seeing them play and their current skill level. So here we go. Haikyuu, my starting 6, my all-star team. Let's call it the Haikyuu season 1 all-star team. We're gonna share it right now. Okay, we're gonna start in the setting position. Do you know who I'm gonna pick? We've met 3 key setters, Suga too. Kageyama, Suga, Kenma, and Oikawa. So my starting setter after season 1 is going to be Oikawa. Yes, I know, I do not like him. I didn't want to pick him. I really didn't. It makes me mad that he's on my all-star team. But I'm trying to be objective here, okay? So Oikawa is my starting setter. My reason for this is as follows. First of all, he's got that killer jump serve and always seems to be the server when it matters. I'll take that. Secondly, he is very good at understanding what all the hitters on the team need, and he can adjust his sets and his offense to the hitters, which I think, key job of the setter. He's a great leader, he understands his teammates, he's a big jerk, but I'm gonna overlook that, okay? Because he puts his hitters in a good position to score the majority of the time. And he also is very dynamic. He's a good attacker, he's good defensively, he's big at the net. So while I think we all know that I wanted to pick Kageyama, I feel like right now Oikawa is better. That hurts to say, and kind of edges him out. So my starting setter on my Haikyuu season 1 all-star team is Oikawa. Okay, we are going to move on to the right side. This one kind of confused me because we weren't really focusing on the right side much in season 1. I think I know who somebody is going to be in season 2, a little lefty perhaps, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I haven't even watched season 2, I just saw the end, I'm making assumptions here. So, based on what we've seen, Daichi was an opposite and Kunimi. And then we didn't really focus much on the other opposites. So that being said, you know what, you guys, I don't like Kunimi's attitude. You know what, I don't like Oikawa's either, so that's not really a reason. I shouldn't have brought that up, but I did anyways. He doesn't work very hard. He doesn't try unless he has to, and I just hate that. We also didn't really see him do anything until the last couple points of the Inter-High tournament, so I don't know a lot about him. So that is why my all-star right side hitter is Daichi. We all know that Daichi is one of the main staples in Sarah's Love House. I know that, but I'm being, like I said, I'm keeping it objective. He is a great leader. He's got that ball control. He's a good passer. He swings when he has to. He's not a super staple of any team's offense, but I feel like he has just this presence on the court that is very necessary. And like I said, when things maybe go sideways with the ball control, he can step in defensively and on serve receive. So just for his whole demeanor and all around skill set, Daichi is my guy on the season 1 All-Star team as the right side hitter. Okay, we are moving into the left side. We met at several left sides. Obviously Tanaka, Asahi. We met Iwazumi, Ikejiri, but he's on a bad team. He wasn't even on one of the teams, but I just like his name and I say it wrong, so I just wanted to say it one more time. We also had the guy from Datiko, his name starts with an F. Those were the ones that were focused on the most, I want to say. Yamamoto. Yamamoto was also one. I'm saying Yamamoto, but I feel like that's wrong, but you know who I'm talking about. Tanaka's twin with the blonde mohawk from Nekoma. This, I'm gonna say both of them at the same time. This one was kind of tricky because I feel like the left sides that on Karasuno were so solid, but I also feel like the left sides that they played did really well. And just, I think because I don't have enough information, I don't know a ton about the Datiko left side, and I don't know a ton about Yamamoto either. But of the ones that I saw play, I feel like the two that I need to pick are Iwazumi and Asahi. Yes, I wanted to pick Tanaka so much. And sometimes I feel like Tanaka is even better than Asahi, but I'm going with Asahi's experience. I think eventually Tanaka will surpass him for sure, but at this moment, Asahi, like, again, not a great passer, but I feel like Daichi can make up for that when he comes in, but he really overcame his struggles offensively, especially in the Datiko match, and he is used in the back row so well. So he attacks well from the pipe, he can pass even if he gets into trouble sometimes, but he has that confidence now to be able to handle the match when the game is on the line. So I had to include him. And I also picked Iwazumi because he has such a great connection with Oikawa. He is Seijoh's ace. And he also is able to score in tough moments. I know that it's kind of rare to have two left sides that are like high power offense, but I feel like we can work with their ball control. Iwazumi, again, him and Oikawa have that long time relationship, so that connection that they're gonna have is great. He is a competitor. He puts up a really good block actually, and the way that he was reading the fast offense when they played Karasuno was really impressive. So I have to include him because he had like ice in his veins. Like they set him some balls when the game was on the line and he was like, no problem. Okay, sure. He got blocked by Tsukushima and Kageyama at one point. But that was, Kageyama pulled Tsukushima over. But that happens. He's not going to be perfect. None of them are going to be perfect. But I will say right now, and they're both third years. So that experience goes a long way. I also just realized that the four guys I mentioned are all third years. What can you say? They just got that swagger. They got that experience factor. So those, Iwazumi and Asahi, are my two left side hitters on the season 1 All-Star team. Okay, my two middles. This one was tricky, but it wasn't tricky because I had a clear idea of who I wanted to pick from the get-go. And I feel like this might be a bit controversial because one of the players I'm going to pick, I don't really know a lot about him. So we're gonna call it a gut instinct. I'm sure some of you will tell me that it was a terrible choice, but listen to my reasoning. My two middles that I'm picking after season 1 are Aoni and Kuro. I know that I didn't pick Yamamoto because I said I didn't know a lot about him, so how the heck did I pick Kuro? Just trust me on this. I have a good feeling. I think eventually Tsukushima will make the list. I don't think he's quite there yet. Kindaichi is also good, but I don't think he measures up to the two guys I picked. Aoni, obviously, I have to pick him because his blocking skills are amazing. I was impressed. The way that he's able to drop that inside hand in and seal the sharp angle, give me a break. Also, he read blocks. He doesn't commit with the middle, and he's still able to close the block left, right, and center. The guy, he does a great job. So he's not used a ton offensively, but that's normal. A lot of teams have one middle that's like a really, really strong offensive player, and then one that is mostly just a huge presence at the net blocking wise, and that is him. You guys, I also know that you think I picked him because you think that I like him because we look the same. I have eyebrows. Can I remind you of that? I do, okay? Yes, we're blonde, but I have eyebrows. Do I like blocking? Absolutely. Am I slightly biased? Maybe, but you can't deny. Aoni's great. So he's the first one. Kuro is the second one because I just had a good feeling about him. I know I'm slightly in love with him, and he definitely makes the top 3 best looking players in Haikyuu. Was that a factor? It might have been. And I hate to admit that, but I just got a good feeling. I got a great feeling. Kenma and him have a good connection, but I think that Oikawa could really adapt to his style of play too. And I think that right now he is just playing at a higher level than Hinata, than Tsukushima, than Kindaichi, and all those guys. So you're gonna have to trust my gut on this one, okay? So my starting middles on my all-star team are Aoni and Kuro. We have one position left, and I know you probably thought I forgot about it, but of course I did not. The libero. You guys, come on. My all-star libero is Noya. He is just like such a presence. He is everything that a libero needs to be. He is feisty. He never gives up. He encourages his teammates. He tells them to just go for it, and he's got their back. He embodies what it is to be a libero. Not to mention, he is so good. His serve receive is out of this world. The way he can handle Oikawa's spin serves, amazing. That little head dodge that on match point that slid past his face, loved that. Also, his covering, he covers everybody. I haven't met a libero yet in Haikyuu that I think is better. There are obviously some good ones, but of the ones that I have gotten to see play extensively, I right now think that Noi is the best one. Interestingly, Aoni and Noya are the only people who aren't third years. So I feel like they might be on my list in seasons to come. But yeah, I'm pretty confident with this. Again, I'm sure some of you disagree with my picks, so hit me up in the comments. Let me know who you would pick, and make sure to tell me why. Don't just be like, you're wrong. No, I want to know why, because I gave you some very in-depth answers here of why I picked my guys. So in case we forgot, here's my roundup. Sarah's starting 6, season 1. Oikawa, Daichi, Asahi, Iwazumi, Aoni, Kuro, and Noya. Yes. Don't come at me and be like, why isn't Kageyama? He's not there yet. Hinata is not Hinata without Kageyama, so I can't put Hinata with Oikawa. I've thought this through, you guys. I will discuss it with you all you want, but those are my starting 6. I'm sure this will evolve as the seasons go on, but of all the teams that we've met, those are my current top 7 players. in the league. So like I said, hit me up in the comments below with who you would put on your starting lineup. Don't forget the libero. And as always, I would love it if you would like this video and subscribe to my channel to stay tuned for some more volleyball related content. Thanks.